Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I am Anna, and today we're creating a very classic fall makeup. This is pretty much this year's iteration of Spooky Girl Fall. I think I do a look like this. It's very kind of pumpkin-y and dark and smoky, yet vibrant, classic fall colors every year. It's just a thing, and this year we're using the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette to create the look, and I decided to pair it with a more of a vibrant lip this year. And yeah, I really like the way it came out. Quite pretty, very easy to work with palette, by the way. It's the first time using it. It's a good one. I mean, it's Natasha Denona, of course it performs good. So today we're gonna be creating this look, and we're gonna chit chat a little bit about movies and friendships and just, well, you know, the usual. We're just gonna sit here, we're gonna have a little yap session. If that interests you, just go ahead, keep on watching. Before you do, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know down below your thoughts on everything we talk about today at the end of the video, and turn the notification bell on because YouTube says we should tell you to do that and that it might do something with the algorithm. The algorithm is a mystery that is a beast onto itself that no one knows anymore, and it's unleashed. Without further ado, let's get into the makeup look. But yeah, I just want to create a look with this palette because it's really pretty. Now some of these shades are out of order and don't go in this palette. I'm not 100% sure. I'm borrowing the palette. So anyway, but I am going to use the shades that I know are in the right spots and the correct shades to the name. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm thinking we're going to lean over into just some nice warm tones and yeah, just a classic fall eye. That's what we're doing. We're doing a classic fall eye. That's where we're going with this look. I've already primed my eyes with my NYX shadow my NYX eyeshadow primer. I never can call that the right name. I call it everything but what it is for some reason. I do want to pull in a little bit of kind of a purple-ish vibe, not too much. I want to use the shade Clove in here because I think there's something really pretty about it. It's just kind of a brownie burgundy. I want that and maybe a touch of this kind of reddish shade, but I mainly want to stick into these warm tones and orangey yellows, terracottas, all that good stuff. I'm going to start with the shade called Morning, which is this one right here. We're going to run that through like the transition area on a fluffy brush. That's like way more pigmented than I anticipated it to be. Not bad. This is my first time using this palette, by the way. I said I borrowed it from my friend Claire. Well, actually she is decluttering it, so I'm like, well, I'll play with it. If it's Natasha Denona, girl, I want to play with it. And if it's a palette I don't have, let me get my little fingers in there and see what's up. Have y'all seen her new purple palette that's coming out? It's pretty. It's pretty, and I just was talking about how much I actually enjoy purple on myself, but the purples in there look a little more vibrant than what I ideally want to wear. I like a bit more of a chill purple, you know? Like, what am I thinking? Plums. I like more plums, muted purples. Do you guys remember the Rainforest by the Sea palette? Or something Rainforest palette. Rainforest After Dark palette from Tarte. It had the snake on it. That color story. Oh, I love that palette so much. I loved it. I still have it and actually use it as decor in my bedroom because it's pretty. And I have kind of a bohemian theme going in there, like bohemian dark academia in the bedroom. I think it looks pretty in there. And it's just, it had these plums in it and gold shades and like the perfect transition tone. It was just kind of like a truly perfect everyday palette, and I loved it so very much. Okay, there's that shade. I want to take a little bit, I think, of, what's this called? Carnelian? Mustard. The mustard. Mustard. Any of you guys CKY fans? That's a deep cut. Mustard. So if you get that, oh my goodness, comment down below. Because, yeah, I'm talking like CKY, weird B-side, Viva La Bam era nonsense. Showing my age. Anyway, let's take some of that. I'm going to take it on a bit of a smaller brush just so I can be a little more controlled with where I'm placing this. And then I'll blend it out. Like, Brandon DiCamillo. Look at the vibrance. Dude. Claire, you sure you don't want this palette? You sure? You sure? Can I tell you the joy, the small joy of having a friend who is as into makeup as you are in real life? And y'all can like exchange palettes and play with each other's toys. That's so fun. We do play dates, okay? What? That we have like pretty similar tastes in makeup, and we like crazy duochromes and beautiful. We like pretty palettes, and we like to touch them and look at them. And yeah, it's so fun getting to do that in person with someone and not just talk online. And that was the beginning of the friendship, was the love of makeup. And it ended up being like so much more, one of the more profound friendships I've ever had, to where it's beyond a friendship. It's like a sisterhood thing. So much more to it. But it's funny, makeup's where it started. And every now and then I think there are those people that will come along in your life they're meant to come along. And it's part of like God's plan that you meet. I don't know. It's just one of those things. I feel that way about a handful of people I've met in life. And she's definitely one of them. My husband, 100%. I think, looking for him specifically since I was a little kid. Like, I swear I dreamed his face when I was like 3. Like, I knew him when I saw him. It's one of those weird things. I've had friendships like that too, as well. That it feels like, yeah, these are your people. You've been brought together for like a reason, because you need each other in some way. Next up, let's take a little bit of the shade called Jasper. Oh my god, my stomach's growling so loud. Right here. And again, we'll take that on the smaller brush and then blend. I'm just sticking that pretty tight in there. It's one of those things I was thinking today in my studies. I'm like, there's definitely a cosmic plan to things. There's gotta be. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the mustard. We're gonna pull that right here. But yeah, makeup is like brushing the surface of our friendship now. It started somewhere so kind of just silly but fun, but something just that you'd have in common with a lot of people. End up having so many other things build on top of that and turned out to live 40 minutes from each other. What are the odds? What are the odds? We met on YouTube in the comments. I don't think it's coincidence, those types of things. All right, now let's take some clove. I think clove is such a pretty color. This is one of those types of shades that I just love. And these colors remind me a lot of the I Love Sorry palette from ColourPop. That was one of my favorite palettes. Very similar color story. Which, I mean, that's long discontinued. You can still get this palette. And I'll link it below. And I do have a code if you want to save some money. Because you can save, I think, 15%. The reason I keep up the affiliate code there is because these are more expensive palettes. And I feel like if If I can save you some money, girl, I'm gonna try to save you some money on it if you want it. But I'm never trying to push you to make a purchase, ever. It's up to you. That's all you. Don't ever let me sell you anything. So I'm not trying to. I'm just talking about things I like and having a good old time over here. And I think that's what we should all do. And buff her out. I'm going to take a little bit of Flax, which is that reddish shade right here. And I'm going to put a little bit on the outer bit. So they're going to float in a little bit. You're just painting today. And now we'll take some of Dry Spring down here in the corner. Across the lid. Pretty. Very pretty. Speaking of like sunrises, sunsets, and celestial things, did you guys see the Northern Lights or the Aurora Borealis? I never in my lifetime thought something like that would ever be visible in Louisiana. But I got pictures. The naked eye, you could kind of see like a haze of purple if you did night mode on your phone though. Whoa. Whoa. But yeah, every now and then I could see like a haze of like purple in the sky, but I couldn't really, it didn't look like it does in the pictures to the naked eye. But man, now I'm going to take some of the shade called Agate right here. Beautiful gold. Put it on the inner corner. Is this not the most classic fall makeup? And truly just one of my favorite color stories is this on the eyeballs. And someone commented the other day about how warm tones just don't suit them and they like more neutral tones. So I did trying to make sure I upload videos that's not just this kind of stuff and a little bit more neutral things. So hopefully she saw those. Because I can understand these colors aren't always for everybody. That is true. Very true. I'm gonna take some more clove. I love the smell of clove. It's one of my favorite smells and flavors. I remember there used to be these, how do you call them? Like candy cane sticks. Yeah, candy sticks. And they had clove flavored ones. And they would come in like a variety pack or whatever. And my aunt, or my Pa Pete, grandfather, Paul Pete is what we called him. He would always buy those at Christmas time, and I would dig for the clove ones. I loved them. I love anything spicy like that. Clove, nutmeg, allspice. Ooh, I love that kind of stuff. Cinnamony, but particularly a fan of clove. I like when that's a note in a perfume, a candle, incense. I'm all over it. Clove cigarettes. Boy, did I love those. Oh, I think I would have a real hard time resisting one if you put one in front of me. Thank goodness they're very hard to get your hands on now. I tidy up just a little bit of fallout. Now, I've already put on some of the CoverGirl Simply Ageless Essence. I'm just going to tidy this up. And we'll do a little bit of bronzing. I'm going to keep the skin kind of a little more on the warmer side today. I'm going to take some of the Clinique Chubby Stick here. We're going to pop a little bit of this on. And this is one of those that you don't need much. Okay, tummy. You guys ever try to fast? I'm doing that today. Just to do it. No real reason. Just like, oh, let's see if I can do this. And then immediately regret it. Girl, my stomach is making all kind of noise. I'm not technically fasting because I did drink some milk. So that's like the only thing keeping me going at the moment. I've been having a little bit of like an unhappy tummy lately. Heartburn, that sort of thing, indigestion. I mean, could it be the fact that I've made gumbo like 4 times in the span of a month? And also eating chili and things I know give me terrible heartburn. Things I know better than to eat. Could it be because I've eaten that stuff? Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm pretty sure. The first time I ever experienced like real heartburn was the gumbo when I was little. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the culprit. So I'm on a gumbo break, unfortunately. If you don't know what gumbo is, spicy soup is the best way I can describe it. You put spicy sausage in it, chicken, spices, like cayenne pepper. I can't explain how to do it. I'm not good at explaining how to cook things. I cook it all the time. Like, it's just one of those things I'm good at making, and I love it, but heartburn. It's heartburn city. It's the cayenne pepper, really, and like the Cajun seasonings and the sausage. It's very greasy, you know, type of soup. So tummy needs a little break. It just gets to that point where, oh, anything I eat is kind of setting it off. Like, oh, okay, I know this game. Been down this road. Middle-late now. I've had my gallbladder out, and that made a world of difference with like stomach problems for me. It's where I could eat again like a normal human. So the only things that give me heartburn are like stuff that I think give everybody heartburn, like cayenne pepper. You ate something with a ton of cayenne pepper in it 4 days in a row. So all I'd say that I'm giving my tummy a little break. Which sometimes fasting makes it worse. Has anyone noticed that when you have like indigestion issues and maybe ulcers and gastritis, problems like that, have you noticed an empty stomach triggers it more? I've experienced that in the past, not so much these days, but like before I had my gallbladder out, that was a real problem. Like, I had to eat something to settle like the acid in my stomach for some reason. Like, it was almost like they were so overactive that when there was nothing in it, they would go crazy. Very weird. Let me know if you've ever experienced anything like that, because that was no fun. And I've got a little bit of a whole history with the tummy stuff. I have scar tissue all up in there from ulcers and surgery, and just, so it's sensitive. I have a sensitive tummy, and I know that. And I know that, like, I can't take a leave and like ibuprofen, stuff like that. It's gonna set things off. Naproxen. I have to be very sparing with that kind of medication, and I have to watch what I eat and not eat stuff that I know is gonna trigger it. Which, oddly, coffee doesn't seem to bother it. Milk doesn't really bother it. Occasionally milk will, but not too much. Smoothies seem to be fine. Tea, fine. Things like that. It's more just like spicy food now, which I think is fairly normal, to where it used to be just anything. Anything. I had to keep like prescription medicine on me at all times, like these fast-acting acid reflux medication that was on top of my daily medicine, and stuff to coat your stomach. Just, oh gosh, it was such a mess. Such a mess. That was the bulk of my 20s, dealing with that. And I think a lot of it really did stem from stress. Stress will do a number on you. And yeah, it just had some like lingering effects throughout into my 30s, but I've had like times of big, like, major remission from those problems. And then my gallbladder went crazy, and once I got that out, it was like a whole new world. And yeah, so much better now. But occasionally I flare up the acid reflux with, and guess indigestion, gastritis stuff with cayenne pepper. Jalapenos, those are the biggest trigger for me, and I love jalapenos. And they're not even that spicy. I don't get it. I guess whatever's in it, like what comprises that, was it capsaicin or something that's in them? That's gotta be the culprit, because something in there really sets me off, and I'm like, it's not even spicy, what the heck? Because to me, it's not. Anyway, I'm gonna do some Natasha Denona Yummy Skin Golden Hour blush. We're doing very sunny theme. Look at that. We got what this is called Golden Hour. Then we got the Sunrise palette. That was unintentional. And yeah, I'm going a little heavy on the blush. Don't worry. I haven't done my concealer yet or anything, so it'll get settled down. Alright, I'm just gonna take my foundation brush and just kind of softening that in a little bit before we go in with the concealer. So next up, concealer. Let's see, what do we have here? I'm gonna use my Kosas concealer. This little dude just keeps on giving. But it's on the chopping block to get used up. Blend this out. Oh my gosh, I almost touched my eyeball with the brush. I'm doing the sandwich underpainting today. I don't know why I didn't just do the full mill deal of underpainting. I just kind of forgot and was listening to a lecture and just put the foundation on because I was killing time to listen to the lecture a little bit, and yeah, just getting stuff done that I didn't have to film, but you know, wasn't thinking ahead. Now we can set this down with some powder. CoverGirl Simply Ageless Instant Wrinkle Blurring Pressed Powder. Nice. Alright, let's do lower lash line. I'm gonna grab a small brush. I'm gonna use this little guy. It's just a little like sponge brush. And I'm gonna take clove. We're gonna take some of Dayspring. Bit of you right here, and a gate. I don't think you can gain more classic fall glam than this. I'm pretty sure I do a variation of this look every year. Just using maybe like a different palette or, you know, products or something, you know, slightly different. You can see the evolution, I guess, of my makeup tastes as well that way. That is eyeshadow complete. I'm gonna grab some brown eyeliner and perhaps some of that in. Just right here at the lash line for some depth. And the tight line. Nothing complicated there. I'm gonna curl my lashes quickly and throw on some mascara. That lash curler's run away again. Where have you gone today? Right in front of me, as usual. Give my lashes a little curl. And we're going to use the Maybelline Firework Mascara because we're just trying to use her up. A little bit of the Buttermilk bronzer, and I'll butt it up. And I'm gonna do just a little bit of Feeling Buttermilk blush. More is more. More is more blush. Can never have too much. I like the complexity of more than one blush. Just do. It's just, it makes me feel good and I like it. Oh, that made me just think of the way I said that. Have you guys seen Long Legs? Oh my goodness. That has been one of the most well done horror movie I have seen in ages. It had the Silence of the Lambs feel. It had supernatural elements in there. It had just the subtle creepy of like the movies from the 70s. The cinematography was a 10 out of 10. I thought it was one of the best scary movies I've seen, or kind of thriller type movies in forever. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of that genre too much anymore, of like scary movies and stuff, or horror movies, or spooky type of things, because it's just cheap jump scares a lot of times. There's no story. So I just don't really bother. That one though, the story was there, and it was it kept you interested the whole time. It didn't have like stupid jump scares. It had stuff that was like, whoa, and like unexpected, but it wasn't cheap. It worked, and there was just so many subtle things. I feel like it's one of those movies you could watch again and pick up on even more stuff in the background. Very complex movie. A lot went into it. You could tell the acting was a 10 out of 10. Is also great movie. If you like a good spooky horror movie for this time of year, Longlegs, check it out. It was not what I expected it to be. Like, I was expecting it to be like the Silence of the Lambs thing, because that's what I'd heard about it and everything. But it's more than that. So much more than that. And very... Ooh. You might want to go home and pray afterwards. But it was a good movie. I'm going to do a little bit of highlighter. I'm going to use Icy Gold from L'Oreal Infallible. What else was I going to say about spooky movies? I had another thought there, but it's gone. I'm really looking forward to the new Nosferatu coming out for sure. It was odd, a December release, but okay. I can't really think of any other like spooky movies that I've just been into. I mean, Beetlejuice, but does that count? That Beetlejuice is just a fun, silly, cute movie, and I really enjoyed it. I know there was a lot going on with the story, and there were some complaints with that, but overall, it was just fun. And it's not that deep. It's not that deep. Just enjoy it for what it is. That's one of those times when I just enjoy the movie for what it is. I bet Longlegs have been even more, like, way scarier in theater. We saw it at my friend's house. We rented it over there, and I was playing with a kitten a lot of the time, so that took the edge off. I don't do well with scary movies anymore, you guys. My heart can't take the jumps. Okay, so frustrated with the jump scares. They just make me mad, and like, it's not fun to me to get scared. It makes me angry. There was another movie I wanted to mention. I can't think what it is now. Oh goodness, there's something else. What? Thought is gone. Thought is gone. Had another thought. No thoughts, just floof. Yeah, I like old horror movies. I'll watch those for like the first time, like older movies that I've never seen, especially like ones from the 70s. Oh, stuff like Dario Argento. Is that correct? Suspiria, The Sentinel. Oh, Rosemary's Baby, like stuff like that. That to me that's good horror movies. I don't like anything that is Stephen King. I don't like it. I think he's a not okay person. I don't like all the animal abuse that he includes in his content, like his books. There's always animal abuse. What's the point? It's to convey how psycho somebody is. No, it's not. It's just, I think he might like to torture animals and fantasize about it. And there's also some other questionable stuff in some of his books that no, no sir. So I don't enjoy his stuff at all. Never have, like, ever, even before I like thought that much about it. I just didn't like his style. I don't care about it. John Carpenter, like, that kind of stuff I like. I like The Thing. Oh, The Thing. That was a good one. I like cosmic horror, that kinds of stuff. Sci-fi. Aliens. I'm big into aliens. Anyway, let's see. What should we do on the lips? I didn't even think this far into the look. I'll pull something out I haven't used in a while. This is an LA Girl lip mousse velvet lip color. This is the shade Attitude. I think they'll be pretty with this. There was another new movie though that I wanted to talk about, and I literally just Brighton just said no, we totally forgot. Anyway, I was hoping that discussing horror movie genres that would bring it back. I guess it's gone. Okay, Attitude from LA Girl. We rewatched Constantine the other night. I haven't seen that in a long time. That's such a good movie. It still is. It holds up. It really holds up. And I'm looking forward to the sequel. There's supposed to be a neat one coming out. Heck yeah. I love Keanu Reeves. I've always loved Keanu Reeves. When it was trendy to make fun of him on the internet, I still loved him. Don't care. Loved him. Had such a crush. Such a crush when I was a kid. Bill and Ted, girl. Devil's Advocate. Anyway. Yeah, that looks cute. Getting something vibrant. I watched John Wick just to look at Keanu Reeves. I don't know what was going on in those movies, and I didn't really care. I'm just like, cool. just to look at Keanu. Same way with Mads Mikkelsen. I'll just to look at him. Oh, that's another thing. While we're talking movies before we finish up, I finally sat down and watched all the Fantastic Beast movies. I hate to say it, but Mads Mikkelsen was way better than Johnny Depp. I thought he did a better Grindelwald. I liked him better. It felt more serious and real, and like a little bit more. He brought a grittiness to the role that was less campy, and I liked that. I wish he had been originally cast. And Jude Law, so good as Dumbledore, so good. I loved him as Dumbledore. Anyway, I just now watched those all the way through and paid attention. They were cute, very cute movies. I love Nifflers. I love them so much. I've been calling Pumpkin a Niffler. And we started watching The Chosen on Prime. Oh. Those already episodes make me cry. I've already teared up multiple times. But it's a good show. Very well done. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you for hanging out with me and creating a classic little fall makeup look here. You know how I feel about these types of looks. I love them. So, yeah, thanks for hanging out today and having a little bit of Anna's Movie Corner moments and just chit-chatting and hanging out. Yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. And do you have the Sunrise palette? Do you enjoy it? Let me know that as well. And what do you think of Natasha's new purple colored palette with that swirly shade in there? What do you think? Let me know that as well. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe. Bye now.